Hey, the Tinkerer here. So today you saw the photos of my insulation that I'm putting on the BBQ pit. It's a reflecto type of insulation that you'd use on a water heater. And so I went ahead and wrapped my BBQ pit in it, as you saw from the pictures. So here I am about to start testing it out with some heat and see what kind of heat retention I have. So what I'm basically going to do is go ahead and put the charcoal in and go ahead and start recording how long it takes to heat up. Usually it takes me about an hour to heat my pit up to cooking temperatures, and then I'd like to know how long it is to keep the heat in the cooking chamber. Generally I can go from an hour to an hour 15 minutes before I have to put more charcoal in or more wood in to be able to keep the temperature I want. So what I'm hoping is that it's going to extend that cook time to maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours because of the reflective or insulation. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and test this out. So here we are, we're about to test this out with the insulated pit. See how it does. Using my eye grill, I have a temperature of 65 degrees. 65 degrees at the beginning of the cook. I have my eye grill, and it's right now it's 71 degrees. About a few minutes in, I started at 11:30. Position 1 is basically here above grill. Position 2 is above the grill. This here is below the grill. Position 3 is back here above the grill. So if we take a look at this, position 1, position 2, position 3. This is the temperature outside. Ambient temperature outside is 70 degrees, 69 degrees. That's about the wind speed here. So wind calculates into the heat loss. So you want to take a look at that. 40 minutes in, I've shaved off 20 minutes off of getting my pit to temp. So far so good. It looks like it's working. Now at this point, I would put the meat in, and then I would try to keep this temperature between 220 to 240. Right now I'm at 220. So what I want to do now is, with the same fuel, how long am I going to last at the temperature I want until I have to put more wood in? I started 11:30, 12:10 I'm putting in more. I'm putting in the meat because it hit temp, so now this is only the first batch. Started the fire with was 1 chimney of charcoal briquettes and 1 stick. That got me to temp at 40 minutes, shaving off 20 minutes. I continue to have fuel at this point, and I want to see how much longer that's going to last, starting from this point on at 12:10, keeping at the rate that I like. 220 to 240 is my temps. So I want to know how long that will last before it drops and I have to add more heat in. So check back with you. So at 12:30 I put in another log because I'm running low on fuel, so I don't have to mess with it later. So it appears to me that my temps are holding right at 230 first position, 230 second position, 220 on the third position. The ambient temperature has risen 75 degrees, and you can see the speed of the wind right there with the flag blowing. I can't tell you how fast that is. Maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour wind blowing. So far so good. I have high hopes for this. 145, that's all I have for fuel. Not much. One log and the coals. Well, the tinkerer here, and I've had success. I just showed you the data of what I have been able to discover with an insulated barbecue pit. Not only did I have less wood used, so that means less fuel, I also extended of the time that I had to refuel. So where I used to be 1 hour, now it's 2+ hours before I had to put more fuel inside of the firebox. This is fantastic. Just want to let you know, so when you're up those long hours in the middle of the night, you can have a little longer rest before your pit is required to be refueled. This is an amazing discovery. I'm sure everyone else is, but I'm giving you proof that it does work. So now that I've proven that this insulation does work, not only does it lengthen the stability of the heat within the cooking chamber, it reduces the amount of fuel required to maintain the heat. So I'm real happy with the results. So now you can see this little frills. I went ahead and bought some aluminum tape like this, so that way I can trim it out a little better, make it look a little better, make a little, trim it out and make a little bit more professional looking with the silver. It's kind of odd at first, but I think I'm starting to get used to it. But I can tell you the function is there. Now I gotta just find a way to add the beauty, not just function.